Alright, so today we are going to be learning how to make our fins, guys. So, first you're going to need yourself a piece of paper, and depending on the size of the fin, will depend on how big your, will depend on the different folds, right? So what I want you guys to do is take the paper and fold it in half like so. Make sure the corners are touching, and then run your fingers on the seam across, okay? The next thing, open it up. Now you're going to fold it, take this end and fold it to the middle like so. So it should look something like this. And do that to the other side. And you should have something like this. Now fold it and just flatten it out. So you should have a piece of paper like this. Alright, so our next step, guys, you're going to take this corner and you're going to pull it over to this edge here. Nice fold, make sure the corners, it's nice and neat, and you should have something like this. Now, on this edge here, we're gonna bend it over, and it should look something like this. And then on this edge here, we'll bend it again, or fold it over, and then we'll do it one more time. Okay, so now you're left with something like this. So what I want you to do here is we're going to cut on this edge. So if you weren't counting, we folded the paper about 4 times. So now what I want you to do, you unfold it. Once you have here, now fold this way. Okay, so now we have something like this. Okay, so if we look at it, that becomes our fin. All right, and actually we just want 4, so I actually did 5, so that's my mistake. We'll cut this one off really quickly. Alright, so you should have something like this. So that was 4 folds, and then we want this seam on the inside, so we will bend them to the back like so. Alright, so remember, you guys can stop the video whenever you need to, so you can see the different steps. But we should have this. The next step, guys, we need to remove this part here, so that way these can bend over and we can attach it to the rocket, and it should look something like this when we're done. So what you're gonna do is you're going to tape the bottom here with a piece of invisible tape or Scotch tape. If you want to use masking tape, you can. So I will be taping the bottom. Fold it over and tape should sit like that. Next thing, now we're going to cut about 1/4 of an inch from this edge over to about here. We're gonna take it all the way to the top and then cut diagonal. So this is what it will look like. And then we'll take it to the top. So you should have something like this. So now it's a little bit shaky. We're gonna add a little bit more tape just to secure this guy, and we'll put it on this back half here. Like so. Tape over, make sure it's pretty symmetrical, and go right over the top. So our next step is where we cut, that's where we'll bend. So we will take this piece and bend it over, and you'll get something like this, and do that to the other side. And you should be left with the attachment here. So this is still a little bit shaky, and we'll have to add a little bit more tape on the bottom to hold it in place. Fold that over, now that's pretty good. Maybe put a little bit more on the top just to make sure it's pretty secure and it's not moving. Alright, so that's pretty good. The next thing is we're going to take our rocket. We'll find a spot where we want it, and I'm going to keep going in between. We'll take a little bit of wood glue, and you'll put it in here. I'm not going to do it in the video, but you put some wood glue here, and then you'll attach it to the rocket. Once you have it set a little bit, you'll tape it down. So I'm just going to tape it down in this video. So it should look something like this. Alright, and that's your crash course on how to make the fins for our rocket.